Welcome to Spanish 111. When you get onto the Moodle course site, the first thing you want to do is check out this. Open Me First. Read these instructions. Primarily, it explains how important it is that you start with reading the syllabus, then taking the syllabus quiz. After that, you want to open another tab and go to Moodle 181, where you'll read the syllabus for that class. Once you've finished, take the syllabus quiz for it. After you finish both syllabus quizzes, take the Distance Learning Orientation course found in a separate Moodle course, and then upload a PDF. You'll also finish reading this, but you'll see that in order to take this course, you need to read the technology requirements listed in the hyperlink under the online learning block, which I'll show you in a minute. You also need access to a computer with consistently functioning internet service and Microsoft Word. You have access to Microsoft Word because you're a student at Craven. So when you go to office.com and log in using your Craven credentials, you will be able to have Word. You're going to also need a webcam and microphone for the course, as well as a tablet or smartphone for downloading the application called HelloTalk, which you'll learn more about. The textbook information for the course is located in the section called Librería, which means bookstore. You have two options. You can either purchase the bundle through the college bookstore and use your financial aid, or you can go directly to the publisher's website. If you do this, you are going to select View Details and then navigate down to Digital Access Only. You have access to a vText, and since you're taking the online class, this will suffice. I do recommend having a copy in front of you to study and refer to, however, and there are two options for that. If you purchase the loose leaf, this is the price, and it includes the access code, or you can purchase the hardcover. Okay, so you're currently watching the video that I promised. This is the syllabus. You want to go through the entire syllabus and read it carefully so that you have all the information you need for the quiz and for the class. Information about myself is over here on the right-hand corner. So please address me as Doctora Hines when you write me an email, or Profesora Hines, either one. This is the abbreviation for doctor for someone who identifies as female in Spanish. My office location, telephone, email, office hours, and you can click here to launch an online meeting with me. I've even put a glossary of what all the terms in Spanish mean so that there's no confusion. So you also want to read syllabus part 2 for each of your courses. The syllabus quiz is due by the date listed. However, you need to do it sooner because after you complete it, week 1 will open. Here's where you upload your distance orientation certificate. Here's where you will learn the student learning outcomes. What is it that you should accomplish by the end of this course? And the announcements that I send out are available here. You do also get one sent to your email, your Craven email. If I ever have anything extra and fun to post, I'll put it here, and so can you. You can reach out to each other and share study tips or memes or videos. Check this out just in case you are also a high school student or you've just graduated from high school. College is quite different than high school in some ways. Support for online learning. You want to click this link and go and check out the technology requirements and also see how you have links to access and a little introduction video here. Technical support, you can put help desk tickets if you have Moodle issues, email issues, or self-service, phone numbers, and hours of operation. Once you get to week 1, the way you approach it is you always first look at the learning outcomes to see what you're going to study this chapter or this week. Next, you check out your due date for the week. And then you just go through each assignment one by one, 1.1, 1.2. For week 2, it'll be 2.1, 2.2, etc. You can check the box as you finish each thing so that you keep track. In week 1, you're going to upload a video of yourself. Here's the icon you select within the assignment, the forum assignment to do so. You want to first read the example that I posted, because I show you what I'm looking for, but from my angle. So here's a photo of myself, my family basically, my husband and my 3 kids, my fur babies. This is Tasa, this is Lali, and this is Moche. And so you want to also fill out your answers to the questions that are posted within the assignment. The Ed puzzles, those you do by clicking and it opens, you watch the entirety of the puzzle to the Ed puzzle video to get credit, and it will have you click and interact with it. Most of these are auto-graded. If there is one where I need to manually grade it, then allow time for me to go back in and do so. At the beginning of each lesson, you've got additional vocabulary. You want to open this and print it or keep it somewhere for you that you can easily access, because it's extra words that you will need to do well in the chapter. In this week, you're going to have an article to read, then take a quiz over it. Then you want to get started with creating your SuperSite account. These are the instructions. Then you want to link it. It's vhlcentral.com. You can also access it just directly and then create an account, vhlcentral.com. When you start to create an account, you fill out all these answers, and then you redeem your code. If you don't have your access code yet, you go ahead and enroll in our course. I will grant you a temporary 14-day grace period. Make sure that you do redeem your code before the 14 days ends, however, because if you do not, you will lose your work. Each week, I want you to start within VHL watching the tutorials and taking notes. Then do the practice activities, okay? At the end is when you'll do the lab activities. So as the syllabus explains, the practice activities are labeled practice, and you have unlimited attempts on these. You will either gain a 0% or a 100% on these activities, and you have the full week to do them. If you submit them after the deadline, each Tuesday, then you won't receive credit. The lab activities, don't do those until you've finished all your practice, because these ones do count for a grade, and the grade they count for is your entire lab grade. The only other lab grade is the syllabus quiz. So save these assignments do these assignments last each week. There is a 5% penalty for each day past the due date that they are late. You get 3 attempts per activity unless it's an activity where there are only 2 answer choices, in which case there's 1. I put other things that are important for your success, such as here's the ABC song. We have that in English. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. In Spanish, we have the same thing. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, etc. I just sang you a little ditty, but you want to open this and do it several times, sing along, and memorize, because that'll help you with the rest of the course, knowing your alphabet. This is a website that you're going to study, because in Spanish there are certain ways to pronounce each word, and we divide the words by syllables. So this Ed puzzle teaches you. It's actually a video that I created teaching you about the 3 different types of words. When you finish, you'll take this quiz over the different types of words. Finally, you've got some content Edpuzzle-wise that deals with what you studied in the chapter beyond just the alphabet, such as when to use the formal versus the informal in Spanish, how to put accent marks in forums, because your first forum is due at the end of the week. Make sure you get it in by Tuesday. The instructions are here. You're going to select a group, and then you're going to write a dialogue about them. When you're doing your writing activities, be sure that you never use online translation. I can tell when you have, and it doesn't help me or you for me to grade Google or some other online program. What I want to see are your authentic mistakes. The class is a no judgment zone. It's fine for you to make mistakes. I would much rather see an imperfect assignment that I can tell you really did than one where you relied on the internet, because that shows me that instead of doing the studying and taking the steps and spending 3 to 5 hours per week, you just went to the internet, typed it in English, copied it after you translated it to Spanish, and turned it in. So that's not what I'm looking for. So anytime during the semester that you would like to reach out, please do, and I look forward to working with you.